Good evening or good afternoon, whatever time in the world. Today is 3:56 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. The current date is, I forgot the date, but that's a fine because we, Gen Z Media, bing pop, don't care. And by the way, one thing for beginning, I hear a lot of news called quote unquote 6-7. State my opinions. Personally, I don't care, and personally, I don't like it. Also, it's a cool remote. First time using it. I practiced for a few minutes, practicing with this beautiful remote here, which we're about to find out how to use it, because I don't know how to use this remote. Yeah. One thing cool about this remote, you can go freeze. I said, and this smart board doesn't want to work. There we go. And like I said, the remote does not like to work. Unfortunately, sometimes the smartboard and this remote don't like each other. It changed color. See if you can see my camera. Yeah, you can try to see it kind of changed color if you didn't notice. That's unfortunate. And then we can go and freeze. And then we also can go move it up and down. With this remote, which is kind of cool because like this will definitely be using this a lot. I can also take photos and post them on websites and stuff, but you never know. Okay, start for Lansing's forecast. I can't really zoom in very well with this remote, and yeah, that froze. This smartboard does not like using Google, and my computer won't work today, so I'm using Google. See if we can get a remote. Ooh, you don't want to work today. That's, you can go up or just doesn't want to work. Totally up to the remote itself. Okay. Let's see if the remote wants to work, which you know how I feel with the remote not working. It's disappointing sometimes, but we're looking at Lansing's forecast.
Mom,
What?
come here.
As I was saying, for that, if the remote wants to work, which sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't, you know. Oh, remote. Ooh! Now we don't know what the search part is. We are looking for this. There we go. Fixed. We're going to do one tick at a time. Past our radar, going down to our monthly. Things are getting interesting. It is fall. Thanksgiving is coming up. I took a long break. I'm back. Congrats. Now, because due to, according to Harmonside School District Office Building, that Harmonside School District will be closing today. Not today. Sorry, like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Those days will be near Thanksgiving break. So because of that, we will be pretty much at a school. According to Heartland. Whoever Heartland is. But 24th. So we hit like at 23rd, 24th, 25th. 23rd and 24th, not bad. 50s and 30s. And today must be the 23rd. 51 degrees, 30 degrees, which on my terms is not bad, but you know, it's cold. Probably near freezing. The 24th, you're gonna see more clouds during the near the 24th, which you're gonna see 54 degrees and 44 degrees. Now the temperature is gonna go up, which that is pretty good. The high will be 54, the low will be 44. So you're gonna see those temperatures rising, which is good. But if you look at the 25th, you're gonna see temperatures not cold enough where you're going to see some rain going to 49 degrees and 41 degrees. Which, if you ask me, is that good or bad? If you like cold weather and rain, that's a good thing. If you don't, it's a bad thing. The 26th, that's when things start going drastically. If you look at the 23rd and 24th and 25th, you're going to see degrees in the 30s and 40s. The 26th, you're going to see the low temperature. pull out my pen here. Don't crash. Okay. You're gonna see the 26. Default. You're gonna see the 26 to be 29 degrees. If you compare these 30 degrees, 44 degrees, and 41 degrees as your low temperature. Low temp. You're looking at low temperatures, also known as low temp or high temp. But 30, 44, 41, and the lowest temperature on the 26th will be 29 degrees. But watch what happens. Then you go to 27th. You're going to see those temperatures start decreasing for 29th, 26th, 26th to back to 29th again. Also on those 2 days, 25th and 26th, I should say, you're going to see some rain. You're going to see some mix. If you don't know what mix means, it basically means sleet. If you don't know what sleet is, which is going to, I don't know, if they're 6th grade science class for weather, snow and rain. Pulls up the whiteboard. I'm not going to do that. But yeah, you're going to see some of that. 27th, 28th, and 29th. You're going to see those temperatures drop. Like the 27th, for example. Highlight those real quick. Everything highlighted we're comparing. 27th, 28th, and 29th. It goes to 29 degrees, boom, 26 degrees instantly. Then you're going to see temperatures being 31 degrees. The 28th, 31 degrees, 26 degrees. So this temperature is going to be the same for a little while. And then when you get around 29th, you're going to see temperatures going back up again to 29 degrees, and basically the same thing. Low will be 29, high will be 29, which is below freezing practically. And then we go to 30. Then we go to the 30th. 32 degrees. If you look at 32 degrees, it's a lot. Because if you look at 32 degrees, no, sorry, speaking gibberish. Okay, so 29, so you're going to see that those temperatures be the same, unlikely, but the 30th, and 35 degrees and 32 degrees. Is that good? A little bit more like below, practically freezing a little bit. I want to say 30 degrees or below is freezing, but I think I'm wrong. No, I'm not looking it up. And you see the 35th degrees, 32 degrees, which that's decent, bit mixed. If you don't like, I said mix means snow, rain, also known as quote unquote sleet. So, hope it doesn't break. Oh, it broke itself. It broke it. It broke itself.
It broke itself. That makes it John.
Okay. Back to the remote. Which, you know, how I feel about this remote. I like the remote sometimes. We're actually on our monthly forecast, actually. Monthly. Or was it not in monthly? I don't know anymore. Okay. I'm saying 23rd. I just opened the remote will work. Click. 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 Okay. I'm hitting you. Hit. Okay. Right into our next segment, the data table. Now, in weather, you're going to see about graphs, data tables, and a bunch of other stuff. And now let's see if the remote will work still, because sometimes the remote gets a bit finicky. It's stuck in the search bar. There we go. Okay. Starting from 2:35 p.m. I don't know what time it is. And I do not care at the moment. Mostly sunny. Decent. 4 p.m. we're going to see mostly sunny. You know, going to the sunny time. You're going to see 51 degrees. 1 UV index. Whiteboard. I need the whiteboard back. Why? And also, by the way, if you notice something, the whiteboard is black. It's now a chalkboard. Okay. thinking like, oh my gosh, I forgot. Our next, we're going to this segment, UV index. Pardon my grammar and stuff, but you need to let it go. There you go, so UV, nope, index. Let's talk about UV index. Number 1, UV index. Is the sun. What do I mean about the sun? I want to, in my own words, it's illumination. I'm going to write that. Information about the sun and never mind. What am I doing with my life? Okay. That's what UV index is. It's more about the sun illumination, but we're going to go back. Okay, we're back. Okay, remote, would you like to work now? Or are you stuck with a search bar? I'm not going to use this remote again, but you know, that's just me. There we go. Okay, so no UV indexes, more like illumination, stuff like that. And it's dark time. Nighttime even, which means there's going to be 0 illumination, 0 UV index, because the sun is not out. But on the Monday, the 24th, here's the summary. Daytime expects partly sunny skies, nighttime light rain is expected. Okay. 24th, 54 degrees, 44 degrees. Not bad. Near close to freezing, but not quite. So you can see mostly clear skies going to sunny skies around. Actually, no, wait. Whoa, go back. You're going to see 33 degrees, 32 degrees, 30. If you look at that, if you look at those numbers, back there, detail please. If you look at those numbers, here, 30 degrees, 31, you're going to start increasing, which I want to say is near freezing-ish. Then at 10 a.m., you're going to see temperatures going to 40s, 2 p.m., even in the 50s even. But after 53 degrees, 54 degrees most likely, maybe 55, but at 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, you're going to see those temperatures drop. Yeah, unfortunately, you are going to see those temperatures drop drastically. But then if you look, 48 degrees, 47, 47, the nighttime on the 25th, you're going to see those temperatures keep going down. 45, 44, 44, 43, in the 40s. That is almost near below freezing, ladies and gentlemen. But look. Look right here. Come on. Okay. 3 a.m. That's when you're going to start to see some rain going down the list until 6 or 7 a.m. Yeah. You're going to see a lot of those. Come on. You can do it. Hey, it didn't break. Okay. Back to the remote, because I like this remote sometimes. 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., going up to 1 p.m. That's going to be all light rain, all day, until 2 p.m. 2 p.m., you're going to see some of that rain go bye-bye. 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m. As I was saying before, we're going to keep going on. I think my goal is 15 or 16 minutes, maybe 20 minutes. 26th, Wednesday, you're going to see some mix. And we're going to stop there because I wasted everything on Michigan. We have to move on to other places because we have to. Okay, now we're on Miami, Florida. Yes, we're on Miami, Florida, which you see there's nothing here yet. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull up our beautiful radar starting right now. Okay. In a few moments, I'm going to freeze the board in a few moments here because I have to, because I'm going to talk about an interesting topic. Real quick. Okay. Let's talk about this real quick. And if you saw the color change, the color did change. But we want to discuss this topic real quick. Number one. I'm not going to touch the board. This is rain, also known as the meteorologist term precipitation. Second of all, assuming that I don't affect anything, if I can tap it and get my style down. Do what? Unfreeze this board. Pause it. There we go. Going over here. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Okay. Let's talk about this. This is nickel black. Hold on, let me clear the board. This is rain, also known as this is my face when I'm really frustrated. The board hates me. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to continue. Even though the board doesn't like me, we're going to continue. Now, oh no, wait a second. I just forgot something to talk about. Pause with the board. Okay. Okay. You see this rain? You see this rain right there? Bing, 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 bing. I want you to pay attention to that as it moves east. I want you to pay attention to that real quickly because this is going to be extremely important. The board crashed. You know, I tell you every sentence I hate these boards. They don't like me that much. And the new line really needs to get a grip because new line. Okay, we're gonna continue now. Watch those. We're gonna play it. When I'm ready, I will pause it. Pause real quick. It's actually near 7 p.m. The board is very glitchy. So, it's actually, now pretend this now part doesn't exist. It's actually around 7 p.m. You're going to see the board works. Okay, it works. Cool. Okay. Those little blips you saw right here, they moved east. If you know where east is, there's pull up a little compass for you to help you guys who have no idea what geography even is. North, south, east, west to help you guys out. North, south, east, west. Also known as the compass. Okay.
No compass.
Okay. Let's move to east, also known as to the right. Don't know where your left and right is.
To the right, to the right.
If you don't know where your right and left is,
To the left, to the left.
as you know where your right and left is, you go to the right is your right hand. This makes an L. It indicates your left hand. This is the right. It's a backwards L. Or you can know it as port and starboard or boats and blah blah blah. They got big fast. Why? There's a thing called the water cycle. Water cycle, what was it? Well, it starts with the sun. Goes to a pool of water, which yes, I'll be very quick. Which goes into clouds, which goes into rain, and it repeats. Excuse me. Okay. Or bus, I should say. Okay. That's the water cycle. Sun heats up the lake, causes evaporation to clouds, goes into rain, repeats. Bada bang, bada boom. Okay. Now we get this part, which yes, I will. If I take a picture of this, as they move east, no, they won't turn into hurricanes. They will never turn into hurricanes. It'd probably be extremely raining. That's light rain. That's impossible. Okay, not really impossible, but that's unlikely. Hurricane season's up, folks. It's now called tornado season, unless tornado season's gone. Assuming if it is. See if I can move this. Yeah, I can. That'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I can't. That's... Oh, I can just a GUI. That's kind of cool. Okay, heads your training on this. So... Oopsies! Okay, as I was saying, I will take a picture of this. What? The cloud. Oh my gosh, really? I'm pausing the video. Give me one quick second, please. And yes, I'll be posting these on our website, which will be linked. Okay. Moving on. We got Florida. Let's talk about Oklahoma, because Oklahoma gets very interesting. First off, what is that? I was saying myself, it's rain, snow, mixed, and this is just all rain. Second of all, no, that's not a tornado. I wish I have good content, but it's not.
There you go again.
Unfortunately. But we do have some rain. Now, also right here, you probably notice, which appears storm, it is moving west. Don't believe me? Let's show you. I take that back, ladies and gentlemen. It appears it's going to be moving, look at that. Pause this real quick and go back to 7 p.m. real quick. At 7 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, that was just a very small bee storm. That does not look itty bitty anymore. It looks like a monster. Yeah, it is. Look at that. Oh, look how big that is. Look at that. It makes it out. Look at that. But Colorado's getting snow. That's obviously correct. But Kansas, Wichita Falls, Dallas, Oklahoma, by at least 8 p.m. daylight time, your guys want to get hammered. Like, look. Moderate rain, 23rd, 7 p.m. Central Time. CST. Central Savings Time. Now, that's what it is. But it's a daylight time. Standard. CST. Standard. I'm not good at my time zones. Okay. Oklahoma, you can get moderate rain. Everybody else here, you'll be just fine. Canada's gonna get some snow. Obviously. Okay, let's move on to our next segment of the show called Severe Warnings, which we're 25 minutes in. We're gonna go up to 30 minutes and probably stop. So now we're gonna go up to our severe. Before we do that, let me just click on this. Okay, let me go to our next segment real quick. Okay, I got some pictures. We're now gonna, whoops. We are gonna continue moving on with our next segment. It will be called Severe Weather Warnings, and obviously, I'm a fan of those. Just said, Severe Weather Warnings. Now how much I like the smartboard sometimes, it does not really. There we go. Well, I kind of like the guy does what we're looking at. It looks like a hurricane. Whoops, no. We know what the fire's like. Outdated stuff. Hurricanes. None. No. Okay, not uno, that's one. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking at this video, you're gonna notice something very different. Mr. Rozak, there is something over here. What? As I was saying, if you look at it, it's like, Mr. Rozak, what about this thing right over here? That looks like a hurricane. I will state my opinions right now. If you think that's a hurricane, I could say in the middle of Michigan, that's a hurricane. Right? And you're not, no. It doesn't make no sense. Put it this way. A hurricane cannot go from Honolulu, go all the way through up here. It just can't. So logically, no, that is not a hurricane. If you think that's a hurricane, I think you need to go back to 5th or 6th grade in science class. That's a low pressure system. Yes, a low pressure system.
Oh, come on.
If you think that's a hurricane. Because hurricane season is over, ladies and gentlemen. Get it into your mind. That is not a hurricane. Wow. Yeah. If you think that's a hurricane, you gotta retake some science classes, buddy. I'm not even kidding. If you think it's a hurricane, it just doesn't make no sense. If you think that means that if I see a swirling storm in the middle of the ocean, they're issuing a hurricane warning, that's not a no. There are certain parts that that are hurricanes and are not hurricanes. That's definitely not a hurricane because that doesn't make no sense. Well, air quality. That's our next segment. Okay, air quality. Let's take a look at this. See? That's just wind. Wind, wind, wind. Let's talk about this real quick. First, let's actually go to our whiteboard, or should I say our chalkboard. Okay, talk about this. AQI. We're going to need to talk about this because if you don't know what AQI is, well, we're going to talk about it right now. What is AQI? Air quality something. There you go. AQI is an air quality measurement. pardon my grammar, quality, forgot. It's air quality something, increment, I don't know. But also, what we're talking about next time, this is the part where people don't understand. What does higher number mean? And what is green, yellow, red, and purple? P-E-R-P-L-E. Mean. We're going to discuss all these, and part of my grammar and stuff. We are not going to discuss that. 31 minutes. Okay. We're going to discuss this right now. Okay. So, number 1. Higher number equals bad. If you have an air quality statement that's 20 or 10, that's good. If it goes like 100 or 120, that is really, really bad. Green colors are like this. Oh boy. Colors are green, yellow, and it's like orange, red, and purple. Oh wait. What does those colors mean? Okay. Green equals good. Yellow equals mid. Red equals bad. And purple equals really bad. If you look right here, I don't know if you can see the edge of the screen, but purple is so bad that we have to issue an air quality warning, means you have to evacuate the area. Then yellow means, it's okay. And green means, hey, do whatever you want. And red means bad, issuing air quality state. Purple means you're probably going to die. Because there's a thing called particle 2.5, and it goes into your bloodstream, and it causes bad things to happen to you. We're not going to discuss those bad things, but really bad things happen. I'm going to take a picture of this, and then we're going to talk about wildfires, and we're just going to end the channel from there real quick. Okay, we're going to talk about this real quick also. Number 1. Some of these things on here will be extremely outdated from last month. Why? Because MSN.com is bad. No cap. Okay. Last says the wildfires, but the bigger the wildfire, anything that's big, I'll fix this myself. You know how I hate the smartboard doing this. Because the smartboard really hates the Google. Google, I should say. Okay. Number 1. This. Black. This. And this are all linked together, turn into a big, bad fire. anything that's really big, like those, or clumped together, that's very big, so bad. No cap, but you know, that's just me. I thought also I don't say no cap. Alright, let me put in the serious term. No lie. No, I'm not even lying. Look at those. Look. Yellow, yellow, red, 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 red. So many red. Look at that. Look how big that is. But that's bad. I can click on it. You know, October 27th. Okay, that's fine. Some of the things can be outdated, but who cares? Look at that. These are a lot of fires. It may be contained. It doesn't mean it's very bad. Last segment of the show, then we're gonna be, number one. Let's talk about these. What the heck are all these meanings? Number one, we have a winter storm watch, which that'll be very important. What in a winter storm watch? It means that it could be very, very bad for people who are on the roads that can actually get in a car accident and very low visibility. So people who are driving in this winter watch, anything in this orange, please be on the lookout for anything like reindeer, or Santa sleigh, or car pileups. Also, be on the lookout for Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer too. And we have smokecraft advisories over here around Michigan, especially in the UP, also known as the Upper Peninsula. If you guys don't know geography, that's up north. So yeah, basically all this stuff is pretty bad. Russia, if I read Russia, it's going to be... I could... 20 meter... Yeah. 25. That's what it says. Great job, Russia. I can't read your handwriting. It looks like a hubla hubla jubba wubba. Oh, let's see if I can read this. Hubba wubba 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 hubba hubba hubba. It says can't read your handwriting, Russia. On over here. Let's see if we can read this guy. Oxygen control negative 45 degrees chin. Hubla 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 wubla again. I can't read it. I'm afraid we can't do Russia's forecast. That's why I only do United States weather. Anyway, thank you for watching our weather forecast. Check out our website. We link in the description. Anyway, see you whatever time. Oh, actually, one more thing. Actually, while I'm here, I'm here. Actually, we can actually look up. Google. If you need any contact information at all, which I'll be happy to help you guys out with weather, do not spam call me. I swear if you spam call me, I will block your number and figure out who you are and what you are. Okay. You guys need anything at all, number is 872-269-1832. Right up there. If you have any questions or comments, you can also message me. Do not FaceTime me, even though you can't. Once again, 872-269-1832. Alright. Have a wonderful evening, ladies and gentlemen.